As our temperatures have climbed this morning a little, we have seen our wind chills improve along with that, but we still have some issues with the wind and the cold temperatures combining here heading into the afternoon. And so the warning, the wind chill warning, was allowed to expire at noon, but it has been replaced by a wind chill advisory. And this will be in effect basically from now all the way through noon tomorrow, because we're looking at wind having an impact on our weather. So we still have those cold weather headlines affecting us here today and still dealing with some of those tougher wind chills and temperatures. Here's a look at our numbers right now. This is our temperature map in the Southern Valley. You can see we've got some places that have really recovered nicely in the Southern Valley, especially where we're into the single digits below zero. It's 4 below in Fergus Falls, 9 below zero in Fargo, and 4 below in Jamestown. There might be a couple of places that climb above zero in the south today. It's funny how low the bar has been set here, that we're looking forward to hitting zero. But here we are with temperatures up in the Northern Valley. We've got some temperatures into the teens below still in spots. Grand Forks, one of those places, at 12 below. Hallock and back over toward Grafton, we're at 11 below there. And our wind chills in the Northern Valley are into the 30s below. Still, we're looking at 35 below in Grand Forks, 33 below in the Grafton area. So this is an area that we're still seeing some dangerous wind chills that if you are stuck outside, it doesn't take too long for that frostbite to set in. And then in the Southern Valley, more of the same too, perhaps slightly better, but we do have a couple of places with wind chills down to 30 in Wahpeton and 31 below in Valley City. Fargo, our wind chill 29 below. Here's a look at our wind speeds. They are picking up. They're not strong yet, but we're starting to see some wind speeds into the teens and some upper teens. Out of the south, it's starting to increase ahead of our next clipper, but we know that once we start getting winds gusting into the 20s and 30s, there is that potential for us to also see a little bit of drifting snow. So that's something we're going to be watching for today. Here's our visible satellite map. You can see that area that's not moving in white, that's our snowpack. And where you see some movement, that's where we've got some higher clouds starting to move in to the northwestern part of our viewing area. Gradually that will shift to the east as that clipper moves in. Won't be as intense as what they've got going on in the south and east. We've got a huge storm that's affecting us from border to border, essentially, with snow in places they're not used to it, and of course ice storm conditions happening in some spots. And then on the warm side, there's some severe weather developing down in places like Mississippi and into Alabama. So a tough day for those folks here again today. For us, it's been rough too, just in a different way. It's so cold out there, but we are starting to feel a little better. That sunshine, I think, helps this afternoon too. Gradually that sun will set. We'll see the clouds taking over here as this clipper approaches for tonight. And so by 6 o'clock, temperatures into the single digits below zero at that point. And notice how they kind of go up a little bit more as we head into the evening hours. The wind, though, will kind of take away from that. We've got gusts into the 20s to about 30 miles per hour tonight. And so that will bring our wind chills in the pink numbers here into the 20s to about 30 below zero for some. So it's going to feel a little chilly anyway. And some spotty areas of snow in blue there starting to show up. Again, this is a weak clipper, but there is a little more development that happens overnight. So as it sweeps to the south and east, by 3 a.m., you could see a larger area of snow, perhaps right over the Lakes Country area before it clears out. So you might get a little dusting there. Most of us not seeing much at all. And check out our temperatures to start tomorrow morning. Still below zero, but so much more tolerable than where we were today. Overnight snowfall, again, most of us not seeing much. We could see up to an inch of snow in a couple of pockets. And then we've got more weekend snow chances coming up for Saturday. This is Friday night and into Saturday morning. Best bet will be in the Northern Valley. And we could see more than 3 inches of snow in the Northern Valley. And there's a little more wind with that one too. So that's the next one to watch coming up here for this weekend. We'll cool down behind it, but next week, we have a couple of days here where we're looking okay. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get some nice weather here for a little bit, because it's just been so tough, especially with this latest round of cold.
Absolutely. Eyes on the prize for next week. You've always got to look forward.
That's great. That's a nice, optimistic attitude about the cold weather.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lisa.